Okay. So we left off here. We quoted the Mishnah Pikyodos that it says, "Koshe chochmosku demis liuroso, ein chochmoso mektims keemes." Ratzlo meki achochma eni ikar. He says chochma is not what's primary. Hadovish eni ikar ein lo kiyum ba'atzmo. Something which is not primary cannot exist independent of itself. Ava yiras Hashem yizborach amida zos hi ikar v'shorish. That is the fundamental. That's the root of everything. Everything emanates from that. The woman who fears Hashem, she's the one who deserves to be praised. Now, what's the difference between a man? A woman is always identified as the one who's dependent. The male is independent. So if a person is with Isha, Yiras Hashem hi tisalo. If a person lives his life with Yiras Shamayim, meaning it's not me, you're always recognize, internalize the linkage to where you came from. Everything I have is an endowment. That's Yiras Shamayim. That I am only a consequence. I'm a cause of an effect. Hashem is the cause. I'm the effect. So that's Isha. I'm a dependent, totally dependent. Because then that person himself, that is the foundation, that's the linkage. You rooted in what? Where you should be rooted. Morpek Kohen Godol, Sheker Achen ze Yosef. False is Achen, that's Yosef. Hevel Yofi ze Boaz. Boaz the Sorus. You will see in a moment, the Gemara says. Yosef, he was nearly seduced by his master's wife. Boaz went into the field, Rus was there, and it said he had to control himself not to have relations. Boaz. Ishi Res Hashem Itisalo se Palti ben Laish. Palti ben Laish was a son-in-law of Shaul, and he denied his wife. They slept in the same bed, and they never had relations. He put a sword between them that he shouldn't have relations. Yiras Hashem lemalim Yiras Hashem. You have the various levels of Yiras Shamayim. He says, Yosef did not listen, did not heed the seductions of the wife of Potiphar. One second. It wasn't true Yira. We'll see. Hear what he says. Chen is in the eyes of the beholder. The beholder. He's special, he's this. It says Esther found charm in the eyes of all who saw her. Did they know who she was? Each one thought, she's my countryman. Right? She's from my nationality. The whole thing was what? It was incorrect. It wasn't true. It doesn't make it. Everything is perception, the way you perceive it. So chen is not necessarily reality. Chen is purely the way you perceive someone. You know, he's a charming individual. You should only know who he is. Yeah, but he's in people's eyes, he's charming. Chen is always in the eyes of the beholder. Right? It says it's not he was unclothed and then all of a sudden then he had to control himself. She tried to pull him in. So it was that moment. He had that moment of test, of challenge, and he fled. So does that really confirm in his essence that he's Yiras Shamayim? Doesn't confirm that. Hevel hayofi afish hayofi yosef b'mekabel. Yofi, beauty is more than that. We call mokom gam hayofi enu dov shorish v'ikarak sheish lo yofi vein dov ze guf shorish. Right? Beauty is skin deep. That's it. My father-in-law used to say, a person marries a shiksa because he's attracted to her. What happens 30 years later? She's an alta goya. You know, a young shiksa, she becomes an alta goya. That's the story. It's all skin deep, the beauty. So it's not the essence of the person. Kachoma the hevel ayofi sheins dov ze mamish iker. It's not the reality of the person. Kachoma ze boaz the avagav the shavari dov ze hu Yosef Yosef. She hoyse imo bimita voyorum. Says Boaz came back from a long day working out in the field. All of a sudden, a woman comes into bed with him. That was the Sorah Rus. And it says, Nasib Sorah Karoshi Liftos. Literally, he was aroused, he was ready, and he controlled himself. He did not have relations with her. So it's much more than Yosef. Yosef, he was clothed. She tried to pull him in, he pulled away and ran. It was only for the moment. For the moment, he took control. But that was ongoing. Person is continually seduced by Zeitzorah, continuous, unceasingly, and every skirmish he wins the skirmish, and the battle he wins the battle. His wife was with him continuously. The wife was taken. There was a question of Eishesish. In Kuzeho Yagov al Yitzro was Amitas Ayiro. Ongoingly, every time you approach, you always get the upper hand. Ayir Azos He Shoresh the Ikar Akol. Kachom Sheker Achein Hevel Yofi Klom Mishki Roy Elo Odom Chielo Ikar Avolo Yirshemaim B'Meh Dvorm Elo Vorim. To be continued. Yeah, but if it's all together, that's what I mentioned. The Gemara says each one independent of the other is the me. But if you have them all three together, then you have beauty and you have charm. Then it's real. Then it's real because it's not just superficial. It's something it's emanating from internally. The Gemara says, there's a more than Rabbi Psochim. David, listen to this. I'm just a little review for you. Gemara says in Rabbi Psochim that a person's a rovak, a bachelor. He lives in the city, and he's not married, and he doesn't succumb to temptation to be involved with the brothel in town. And he's pure. HaKadosh Baruch Hu announces that this person is beloved to him. That a person at that level who's able to maintain himself properly, despite the fact he doesn't have a wife to satisfy him, he's considered special eyes of Hashem. That's what the Gemara says. But what's the reason? With this, it's good because it's an ongoing Yerushalayim. The person has one encounter, and he's able to deal with it. Okay, so one time, but this is ongoing. The man has no wife, and the prostitutes in town. This and this, the things are available, and despite that, he's in full control. It does not compromise his standard of his purity. That person is special. That's Isha Yiras Hashem Hitisalo. Okay? Oh. David, could you put the air conditioner on? It's very warm in here. It's not on. What? But that's why you have an air conditioner. Maybe 70, but the air conditioner's not blowing. You feel the fan.
Okay.
Used to work in air conditioning maintenance at one time, no? I'm not sure.